Day 23, verses 11 to 13, the eternal nature of the self. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. Earlier, Arjuna fell silent and Krishna was ready to speak. Today, Krishna begins his teaching and tells Arjuna that his sorrow is based on a misunderstanding. In verses 11 to 13, Krishna introduces the idea of the eternal self, the soul that does not die. The Supreme Lord said, "You speak words of wisdom, yet you grieve for those who are not worthy of grief. The wise do not grieve for the dead or for the living." Krishna is gentle but firm. He tells Arjuna in simple words that his sorrow is misplaced. He reminds Arjuna that while he is speaking like a philosopher, his thought process is still like the unwise, rooted in ignorance. Krishna is not countering Arjuna's emotions. This verse is not a denial of human emotion. It says that real wisdom looks beyond transient emotions and recognizes something deeper and more permanent. The wise see life through a larger lens, and from that position, their relationship with death and loss changes. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor these kings, nor will any of us cease to exist in the future. This is a radical perspective at this point in the Gita. Krishna tells Arjuna that the self, the real I, is not born with the body and does not die with the body. It continues before birth and after death. It is immortal and will exist forever. In a world where we measure life only between the cradle and the grave, Krishna invites Arjuna to see beyond the narrow frame of a single lifetime. If the soul is eternal, then death is a change of state, not a full stop. Hence, death is not something you should grieve over. Just as in this body the embodied self passes through childhood, youth, and old age, so also it passes into another body at death. The wise are not conflicted by this. We see this change every day in the world around us. A child is born, then becomes a teenager. The teenager becomes an adult, and the adult grows old. The body changes completely during one lifetime, but the sense of I continues. The same I that says I'm 5 years old later says I'm 60 years old. Krishna uses this simple observation to make a profound point. If we already accept change of our body within one lifetime, why are we so shocked by the idea of another change at death? For the wise, death is just another transition, like moving from one stage of life to another. These verses invite us to look at life differently. If we see ourselves only as bodies and roles or positions, then every loss feels final. A job ends, a relationship breaks, a phase of life closes, and we feel that everything has collapsed. Every stage of life asks us to let go of an old identity and accept a new one. School to college, child to adult, single to married, working to retired. Each shift needs us to let go of the old us and adopt a new us. In a sense, each one of these is like a small death followed by a rebirth. When we understand that there is something eternal within us that continues through all these changes, we can face these transitions with more courage. Same is the case with death. It's another change that one goes through. If we see death as a temporary change, our grief lessens. We still feel sadness and loss, but we are not devastated by it. We learn to accept death with more grace. We know this is not the end. Thought of the day. In the busy circle of life, pause for a moment today and repeat to yourself, I am more than my body, my age, and my roles. The real self in me travels through change without being destroyed by it. I am me. I am invincible. Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. May the understanding of the immortality of soul bring you a little more peace in the midst of life's changes.